I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Fuck-A-Belt tournament, round 2. I am not Henry Sanchez. Thank fucking God, because he's up here playing tonight. So, programming note, you're going to want to forgive me if things are a little awkward with banners and stuff like that, because he's not on here, obviously, because he can't see the questions. So I get to run it all by myself, and I'm not as seasoned as him. But we're here. We're going to have some fun. Will, you're here in round 2. I don't even know who you guys beat, because I'm just here filling in as a host. How are you feeling to tonight's match?
I'm feeling good. Not knowing what to expect out of round 1, I think it did really well, all things considered. And then just when I think I have an understanding of, okay, this is how it's going to be in round 2, they change things up, which, okay, so now I get to bob and weave and now I get to improvise. And so, let's just see where the insanity goes here. But other than that, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, the true spirit of this channel, there is going to be another change to the format a little bit this round. There'll probably be one in the next one too, but that's not up to me. We'll get to that when we get to it. Henry, the man who makes these crazy decisions, how you feeling?
So I want to emphasize it's not a change; it's more of an addition. We're not moving houses; we're just adding to our house. So it's not as crazy. It's just it's a little wrinkle, but like
it's actually one that's beneficial to each of the players. So.
Exactly. Like, yeah, it's not crazy. If you did prep or at least didn't bullshit your submissions. No, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. Obviously, I trust you as a writer, to do a good job. Whether I like the questions or not, I know it'll be fair across the board. And at the end of the day, that's all that's important. Will is a fantastic player. He's a current champion, so I'm honored to play with him. Against him in any format, any structure. I know it's gonna be a great one. It's double elimination, so if I do lose, at least I have another chance to work my way back up. So no matter what, let's have a blast.
Yeah, and so with that, we're gonna move right into round number 1, the usual whiteboard round. It's gonna be 8 questions. Each player has provided us with an actor, actress, a director, a franchise, and then a 4th category, which could be one of those doubled up. There'll be a question, each one of those worth 1 point. If somebody gets all 8 of them right, there is a bonus question taken from a randomized 8 categories, and roll one more bonus question based on one of those categories. So, starting then with round number 1. Any questions? Of course not. You guys have done this 1,000 times. Okay. Question 1, in the category of Samara Weaving movies. Who directed The Babysitter and The Babysitter Killer Queen? I will say, surprisingly good movies.
I agree.
And both you're ready, so 5, 4. Oh, you're still ready.
No, I was just checking the marker. I'm good.
I started counting early because both boards were up. So, start with Will.
I had no idea, so I said Scott Derrickson.
And Henry.
Mick G.
Mick G is correct.
Wow. Okay.
Early lead with 1 point. All right, moving on to question number 2. This one in the category of the Alvin and the Chipmunks franchise. In Alvin and the Chipmunks, the road chip. The Chipmunks are trying to stop Dave from doing what? Yeah, I could tell you who picked each of these categories throughout the match, but I'm pretty sure you could probably figure most of them out.
Technically, it's a 50-50 chance, but also kind of obvious at the same time.
5, 4, 3.
I'm 2 the same way.
All right, we'll start with Henry this time.
This sounds, common, getting married.
And Will?
Specifically proposing to his girlfriend.
Yes, I'm going to accept both stop from getting married or propose.
All right.
Since one kind of leads to the other. All right. so I can remember how to work these tickers. All right, there we go. We're now 2-1 in Henry's favor. Going to question 3. In Ben Affleck films, in the movie Air, according to Chris Tucker's character, where did Nike's "Just Do It" slogan come from? I think we're actually going to use all 15 seconds this time. And for the viewers, you've been here before, but people do have extensions if they want them. As long as they don't abuse them, I'm not even going to count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll start again with Will this time.
I said the founder's motto.
And Henry.
Said from a president.
Both incorrect. It was a death row inmate's last words before electrocution.
Oh,
Just
Okay,
do it.
I do remember that now. That's funny.
and Chris Tucker said it.
Question 4 comes from Jason Schwartzman movies. In The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, who plays Dean Highbottom, creator of the games? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Henry.
I didn't want a blank board. I said Alfie Allen.
And Will?
An ironic name for Peter Dinklage.
It is Peter Dinklage. Will tying up the score on that one. It is now 2-2.
Peter Dinklage should never play a character named Highbottom.
I was like, what are you talking about? Oh, the high bottom part. Okay.
Your next question will come from the category of Christopher Nolan films. In Tenet, the protagonist and Neil attempt to steal a forgery of what artist's painting from an Oslo airport? No perfect rounds. You will not get to hear my bonus question, which is in the category of Samara weaving.
Damn it.
5, 4, 3, 2,
I'm not gonna know it.
1. I think I'm back to Will
I said Degas.
and Henry.
Yeah, just things that are just not in my mental capacity. I said Van Gogh.
Close is Goya. Goya.
I never.
Another Spanish one, I believe.
Good thing
I
I didn't
got that on
read
multiple
on that.
That does sound from once I heard it, so maybe I would have gotten that multiple choice. Take a shot.
This one, if nothing else, is guessable. In the category of Richard Linklater films, Ethan Hawke is in the cast of how many Richard Linklater directed films? I will say this will include animated, live action. Are they count as animated when it's like drawn over the film? I don't know how that works, but any of his directed films. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, repeat.
Do you want to repeat or just time extension?
Let's do a
It's on screen.
Yeah.
But to fill the silence, I'll read it anyway. Ethan Hawke is in the cast of how many Richard Linklater directed films?
One of these days, I'm going to get that stigma just completely out of just having the difference. Just becomes instinctual when you're nervous. Like, I have to say repeat.
Well, also, since I am hosted alone, it gives me something to talk
Yeah,
about.
that's true.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Henry
I said 6.
and Will.
I counted 8.
8 is correct.
Yeah.
Don't ask me what they are because I don't have them all written down here. I will say most people forget the Newton Boys.
The Before trilogy, Newton Boys, Boyhood, Fast Food Nation. I know.
other stuff. Yeah.
Tape and Waking Life.
Fair.
What he said. Sure.
I didn't have tape and the fast food life, so that was my 6.
In the category of in Daniel Craig James Bond movies.
Okay.
Hang on, something got messed up here. Let me just back up.
Good pull. Well,
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. In the movie Skyfall, who plays Kincaid, gameskeeper of the Bond estate, the Skyfall estate? Try it again. There we go. Five, 4, 3, 2.
extended. Just an extension.
Five, 4.
It's just a name that I always forget, but I know it.
Okay, Will
No blank boards said Rory Kinnear.
and Henry.
The
Anything?
original Murder in the Orient Express guy. I always forget his name.
Albert Finney.
Okay.
I couldn't get Peter out of my head.
Albert Finney. All right. So then, with no perfect rounds, your final question of this round will come in the category of Jason Segel movies. In the movie Bad Teacher, what subject does Jason Segel's character teach? You both seem confident and done. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Henry
Jim?
and Will.
Gym/PE.
Jim is correct. So bring us to a final score out of round 1 of Will with 4, leading Henry by 1 point, who has 3. All right. As we go into round 2, round 2 is the usual wheel round. Although in this round, another change for this round of play, each player gave 4 movies. So there'll be 8 movies on the wheel and spinner's choice. Each of those movies will have the usual 5 questions with multiple choice available. 2 points per question, or if you go to multiple choice, you get 1. Steal is available, of course. Will, in the lead, do you want to go first or defer?
My gut is telling me to defer, so I'll do that.
All right. So Henry will go first. Let me share my screen here. That's not working. Let's try this again. There it is. All right. Henry, here is your wheel. The movies chosen for tonight were 10 Things I Hate About You, Short Term 12, While You Were Sleeping, Friday, Happy Time Murders, A Few Good Men, An American Carol, Peanut Butter Falcon, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Superbad, and did I already say 10 Things I Hate About You? I don't know. But there it is. All right. So, Henry, your spin. While You Were Sleeping, do you want to keep that or spin again?
I loved this movie, legitimately, but there are some that I have a feeling I could sweep. And like, I just don't, after only seeing this once, I'm not confident with this being, like, if I get it again, I'll be confident, but I'll respin hoping I can get a sweep.
Respinning.
Poetic justice, baby.
An American Carol. An American Carol will be your movie for round 2.
Was I all talk or am I to back it up? Let's go, baby.
Also, if a player gets all 5 questions right without multiple choice, so if they get full 10 points, they do get to hear they do get a bonus question that is worth 1 point with no multiple choice.
Nice.
All right. So your first question, round 2. Round 2 questions, I will tell you I will not have on screen simply because it can't fit enough questions for me to have everything in here at once, and I don't have another person. So your first question, Henry. So if you want actual repeats, let me know and I'll actually repeat the question.
Fair.
An American Carol. Your first question is simply, who directed An American Carol?
David Zucker.
That is correct for 2 points. Bring the score to 5-4. All right. Question 2. What is the name of the new film for which Michael Malone wins the Leni Riefenstahl Award?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Shame on You, America? B, Die, You American Pigs? C, America Sucks a Big One? Or D, America Fuck No?
B.
B, Die, You American Pigs is correct for 1 more point. America Fuck No. All right, question 3. The musical number at Columbia College compares modern society and politics to what year?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, 1965, B, 1968, C, 1969, or D, 1971?
1969.
That is incorrect for a 1-point steal, Will.
$1968.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay.
So 1968.
I should have went with the 2001: A Space Odyssey. I think I wrote that down too in my notes of like, hey, remember that.
Question 4 of 5. Rastus says Massa Malone is a good Massa because he doesn't sell the little children slaves until they're how old? This question's for you, Tato.
Multiple choice. Damn it.
Is it A, 6 months, B, 1 year, C, 18 months, or D, 2 years?
6 months.
Massa Malone doesn't sell his kids, though. 6 months old.
Yeah. Once I heard it, I'm like, yep, that's ridiculous, and that's the question.
Just remind folks, I didn't write this movie. I'm just asking questions about
it. Don't worry. The 20 people in the comments probably are watching me and not mad that you're asking that question.
And your final question in American Carol, who co-hosts the MoveAlong.org Awards along with Simon Rex?
Damn, I knew I should have went over my notes. I watched this like 2 weeks ago. So in terms of the data, this is one that's fresh in my mind. Multiple choice. Simon Rex I remembered.
Is it A, Paris Hilton, B, Jenny McCarthy, C, Kim Kardashian, or D, Nicole Richie?
Paris
Hilton is correct for 1 point.
It's like I remember right now.
Your score at the end of that round to 8.
That's why I also take notes, not because I'm studying my notes, but I don't remember writing Jenny McCarthy, and I remember it being a blonde. So Paris. Sometimes,
right.
you just be lucky with notes.
All right, Will, we're going to go over to you. Here's your spin. Super bad. Take it or spin again.
Spin again, please.
And again. While you were sleeping.
Okay.
Well, at least I'll know if I should have spun away or not.
Okay, Will, your first question in while you were sleeping. I think you guys picked the only 2 categories you have this question in. Who directed While You Were Sleeping?
John Turteltaub.
John Turteltaub is correct for 2 points.
Underrated director.
Fair.
Yeah, he's kind of quietly gotten a pretty good filmography going. Second question. Why was Lucy in Peter's apartment when Jack showed up?
To feed Peter's cat.
That is correct for another 2 points. Question 3. Who plays Saul, Peter's godfather who befriends Lucy and protects her secret?
Multiple choice, please.
Is it A, Carl Malden, B, Ernest Borgnine, C, Jack Warden, or D, Ed Asner?
Jack Warden.
That's correct for 1 point.
like it's one of the 12 Angry Men guys.
Question 4. What city do Jack and Lucy go to on their honeymoon?
Florence.
That is correct for 2 points.
I couldn't write a quick not bad floor.
I have a feeling Henry thinks that he should not have spun away from that.
Nope.
Pretty sure anytime an American Carol was on the board, I would not have responded for that. Your last question while you were sleeping, as there will be no bonus question. Lucy discovers that Peter only has one testicle due to an injury sustained participating in what sport?
Basketball.
That is
I
correct.
started writing pencil because that's kind of, I was like, maybe that's where you're going with.
Score at the end of that round is 14-8. Although we have a surprise round 2, part 2, round 2.5, whatever you want to call it. Both players are going to answer another category from the wheel of the list of categories. Although it will be spinner's choice. Questions are only worth 1 point, and there are no multiple choice. So, Will, you are still in the lead. Do you want to go first, or have Henry go first?
I'll go first. Can I say the wheel?
Remember the movies? You want me to bring it up for you?
Bring up the wheel, please.
All right. Here's your list down here.
You did say steals, right? But not multiple choice, right? It is.
Oh,
Steals.
yes, there are steals. There's no multiple choice.
It is steals, no multiple choice.
But
But
the
it's
steals,
it's only worth 1
it's
point.
still worth 1 point, though. Yes.
So it's not a drastic, crazy score thing.
Let's do 10 things about you.
All right. 10 things I hate about you. It is. All right. Your first question and 10 things I hate about you, worth 1 point. No multiple choice. What does Kat hit her head on at the party, causing Patrick to be concerned about a concussion?
Chandelier.
That is correct for 1 point.
I don't know how to finish the spelling of chandelier, but chandelier.
Chandelier. Chandelier celebrated.
Question 2. In what U.S. city is 10 Things I Hate About You set?
Oh. Fuck.
But
I'll say Padua.
incorrect. Henry for 1 point steal?
Seattle, Washington.
Seattle is correct for 1 point.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Needed that.
Question 3. How much does Joey agree to pay Patrick to take out Kat?
Are we looking for the first time or the second time?
They look at what they finally agreed to.
So the first time it's 50 and the second time it's 100.
I'd accept that just because it is. He shows that that's the answer.
On the first date he says $50.
He gives him 50, and then he bumps up.
And
to
then he says,
today.
"Up my price, $100."
Your opponent's agreeing with you, so I'm going to give it to you. Because I did not watch the full movie. Both of you did. So my apologies for the vague or incorrect question there.
You're fine.
It went from 20, 30, 50. All right, 50. And then they get mad. He bumps up to 100. So
I think I watched that scene. I didn't realize that there was a bump up later. That's my fault.
I think he gave Henry my point though.
It was his.
By the way, this is super cheap. I don't know why you did this.
His point, Brian, not me. You gave it to me.
Oh,
Yeah, because I'm at 16 now. It's 16 and 9.
sorry. So I give it. So Henry was at
Because
9.
yeah, because I was talking.
All right.
Which no surprise there.
Again, glad you're both giving attention because yeah. Question 4. Who plays Bianca's friend Chastity?
Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
I can't remember. Shit.
Henry, chance for 1 point.
Gabrielle Union.
That's it.
Gabrielle Union is correct.
Yep.
Now this point goes to Henry.
Yep.
Got it right this time. All right. And your final question, 10 things I hate about you. What does Patrick give to Kat at the end of the film?
A guitar.
We were looking for syphilis. No, your guitar is correct. Yeah,
I mean, you know.
Strat Fender, but yeah, specifically a Strat Fender, but
it
guitar.
was a specific guitar. I was just gonna take any guitar.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
That was more of like I didn't prep for nothing, motherfucker. I know something. Goddamn
All
American Carol.
Henry, what do you want?
Between two. Since we're gonna hear Friday questions later, let's go super bad.
All right, we're going super bad.
No point of double. I picked Friday for fuck about tonight. I mean, for Friday Night Lights. So, and I'm confident both. So tiebreaker goes to. Let's not double up.
All right, in super bad. What is the theme of on the lunchbox that Seth kept his dick drawings in as a kid?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters is correct. And yes, I think it's been asked before, but I like the questions.
No, that one's literally that, and like one other one where on this rewatch this week, I was like, I don't know if I would have had that in the pocket just off memory, so I'm glad.
I actually had two acceptable answers because it's the real Ghostbusters cartoon, but he just refers to it as Ghostbusters in the voiceover. So I would accept either one.
Correct.
Question 2. What stand-up comedian is featured on the T-shirt Seth is wearing to school?
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor is correct for another point. Question 3. Evan's partner Miroki pretends to be what kind of animal during home ec class?
I'm hoping you're not saying a lion, but a cat. So feline.
Cat is correct, yes.
Because it's the whiskers, but I'm like, did he roar or did he meow? Cat.
Question 4. The first time the officers offer to let McLovin shoot a gun, what are they shooting at?
Stop sign.
Correct again. So basically, Henry, we've done great in all these categories except the one that you spun. Question 5. When Evan says he wants production value in his porn, Seth apologizes that who doesn't direct the porn he watches?
Sorry, the Cohen brothers don't direct the porn that I watch.
That is correct. Henry making a dent in that lead, bringing it up to 15-17. So,
well, we expected nothing less between us.
All right, so we're going to go into round 3. Round 3, each player provided a franchise, a director, and an actor. Is that correct? Yeah.
That's about right.
And the questions have been randomized. They're going to pick their numbers 1 through 6 to decide which questions they want. And then they can decide. This is the one thing I don't remember. Is it 1, 2, and 3 point or 2, 3, 5?
2, 3, 5. And then
2, 3, 5.
Once we pick the numbers, you'll reveal one at a time back and forth just so there's no advantage of picking point
Right.
value. That was another one of your advices. So shout out you.
All right. Will, what 3 numbers do you want? 1 through 6?
In any order, because that matters technically.
1, 4, 5.
1, 4, and 5. So 2, 3, and 6 will be Henry's.
But I get to pick the order, so.
Yeah. What order do you want?
Well, I thought we found out like what the categories were first.
But he'll reveal them in the order of how you gave it. That's why I said in the order you pick matters. So
Okay.
Give me 6. No, give me 3, 6, 2.
3, 6, 2. Okay. So I'm going to do now, before I ask anything, I'm just going to have you guys find out what they are and rank them.
Yeah, one at a time, though, like I said.
Okay.
Yeah, just because I don't want to give too away information.
Will, your first question is going to be...
Why would you ask me the first question, though?
No, he's just saying the category.
Let's see what point value you want them at.
Oh,
You'll see. Just
Yeah, I'm happy to say your point values.
But I didn't get my order of the questions, though.
So let me run it back just real quick because it's easier for me to explain it.
Okay.
So you did 1, 4, 5. You don't know what that is. It's one of the 6 that we had. That was the order. So he's going to reveal 1. You're going to hear the category, and then you'll decide, do you want that to be your 2, 3, or 5?
Okay.
Then I'll go, and then yeah. So
because you're getting to pick the point value, it doesn't matter what order I reveal them in. That's all.
That's fine.
All right. So your first category you picked, not necessarily your first question. Your first category is going to be the Saw franchise. Do you want that for your 2, 3, or 5?
I'll keep it at the 2.
All right. So that's going to be your 2. Henry, the first category you picked is number 6.
Mm-mm.
Oh, number 3. Sorry,
Three.
3, which was the Lethal Weapon franchise. 2, 3, or 5.
I'll make that my 5.
Okay. Will, your next one was category 4, which is James Mangold. 2, 3, or 5. Or I'm sorry, you already have your 2, so 3 or 5. Just for anyone watching, these were written basically as all kind of a generic point value, so there aren't difficulty levels.
That's
Just
why it's
a matter of
more.
look at the draw where you put
This
it.
is more like a game show, and I love it because it's
Because it's like we're looking at the draw where you
the hardest question. Yeah,
could be the easiest.
The writers because the value it's random.
I'll put it at. Fuck. I'll put it at 5.
Oh, big mistake. No, I'm kidding. Henry, your next category is number 6, which is 2010's Bradley Cooper.
I'll make that
2 or 3.
Make that my 2.
Okay, so then that leaves your last choice, Will, is going to be your 3-point question, and that is going to be in category 5, which is Lee 1L movies. And your 2-point, Henry, will be your last category, which is Trey Parker.
3-point, but yeah. Because my Lethal Weapon was my 5.
Oh, but Bradley Cooper, you said 2? Sorry.
Yeah, 2.
I placed it the wrong place.
You're right.
All right.
I don't mind how that works.
We are going to ask them in the usual order because Henry is behind, so he's going to go first. Henry, first, your 2-point question coming in the category of Bradley Cooper.
Good luck, Will.
Me too.
Oh, I do have these I can put on screen. All right,
And
Bradley
just for the sake of things, we'll do 3 extensions from now. Just because you only used 1, but it wasn't abused, so we'll do 3.
Okay.
At the end of the A-Team, what does Sosa do to help set up an escape from custody for Faceman and the team?
I had a feeling you were going to write an 18 fucking question, and I didn't look up anything. I watched it one time. I'm not going to waste time. Blow up a helicopter.
Can I answer just
Correct. No skills, but just
giggles?
Yeah.
She kisses him, and the key is in his mouth.
She slips in the handcuff key and a kiss. Yes. Your 3-point question.
Before. I'm like, I have a feeling the one's going to be fucking 18, and I'm glad I didn't go 5 or 3.
But yet he didn't study it. Go figure. You should trust your feelings. Your 3-point in the category of Trey Parker, Henry. What is the name of the musical Gary is performing at the beginning of Team America World Police? Not the song, the name of the musical.
Lease.
Lease is correct for 3 points.
I was like, this motherfucker loves Rent. This better be a lease question.
All right, which actually brings Henry into the lead. It's now 18-17. So Will is going to have to answer some round 3 questions.
Yep.
These in a different folder, which is a pain in the ass. Your first question for 2 points in the category of Saw is...
Did he just freeze?
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you now.
Yeah, he's good.
Was I frozen? I don't know. All right. In the category of Saw, not including archive footage, how many Saw films did Carrie always appear in?
If we're not including archival footage. Oh, man. For some reason, I think it's only the 2.
That is correct for 2 points.
Oh, shit.
Will back in the lead. 19-18 is the score. Henry has 1 question left to stay alive. And that category will come in the question category of Lethal Weapon. And that question is, in Lethal Weapon, how did Riggs discover that Mr. Joshua was former Special Forces?
A kid identified his tattoo, which was Special Force tattoo.
That is correct. 5 points. So, nope, not that. Henry brings his score up to 23, will be his final score of the match. Will still, though, has 2 questions to answer. So we'll see where this goes. Will, your second question were 3 points in the category of Lee 1L, which actually doesn't do anything. You either get the 5 point or you don't. That's going to decide the game. But we'll ask this anyway. In the category of Lee 1L, which is where? What is the name of the implant at the center of upgrade?
Extension. Sucks that I don't know this.
Five.
Fuck it. How? I don't know.
Incorrect for shits and giggles. You know it?
STEM.
STEM is correct.
Yeah.
But again, it wouldn't have made a difference whether or not he answered that question because he needs to get this 5-point question to win.
Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
I feel like I know where this is going.
Fuck.
But your 5-point question in the category of James Mangold movies. Who plays Doc Potter in 3:10 to Yuma?
Alan Tudyk.
And your winner, Will the Virtuoso Cohen. Alan Tudyk is correct. Only 2 of my 6 questions in round 3 were data. But unfortunately, he got one of them for 5 points. So, winning the game, but came down to the last question. Very close game. Will, you ended up with a score of total score of 24 to Henry's 23. Not how I thought it was going to go after that round 2. The first part of round 2, anyway.
Right.
So, Will, how you feeling?
This was closer than my heart really wanted it to be. Let's be honest. But at the same time, Henry is one of those players that knows his stuff really well. So if he gets to choose his stuff, then you better know your stuff really well. And I would, in the second part of round 2, I was between Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which I really know better than 10 Things I Hate About You, but I saw 10 Things I Hate About You just a few days ago. So I thought I should have known it, but unfortunately the data things really screwed me up a little bit. So, but at the end of the day, like I wasn't, for some reason, like when Mangold was coming up, I thought that you were going to be a dick and put into a Kate Leopold question. I didn't realize that you were going to do 3:10 to Yuma, but hey, I did see 3:10 to Yuma recently. So that worked in my favor. But Henry, as always, does a great job. And you did a great job writing and hosting, as always.
No complaints.
Henry, do we know who his next opponent is or who the 2 potential opponents are?
Yeah, so because of just it's 12 players, that it's going to be the semifinals for the winners bracket. And it is going to be, where did I just put it? You'll be playing the winner of Brian and Jay and the winner of John and Eric in a triple threat.
If that was the case, I might have given him harder questions. Did not know that was a possibility. But no, that'll be a fun match, though. Especially, I can't imagine assuming I beat Jay, which that has not been recorded yet. We'll see what happens, and we'll have some fun picking movies.
And
but again, of course, this is double elimination, so Henry's not gone.
John and Eric.
Okay,
sorry, John and Eric.
So Henry's not done. He just moves over to the loser bracket. Henry, how do you feel about today's match?
Redemption bracket's what we're calling, because calling people losers is inappropriate. No, I'm just kidding. But JPO was
like, second place finisher. You lost, dude. You're a loser.
No, redemption. It is a redemption. I do like that in terms of a bracket.
You get redemption.
I lost this match. I am the loser of this match, but I'm entering the redemption bracket. So I'll meet you in the middle. But yes, so I will be playing the winner of Mehdi and Jacob Cameron So that's fun for me because I beat Jacob Cameron the first match, and then I just love Medi. So no matter what, that's a fun time. I had a blast with this. Obviously, shout out you as the writer. This was a lot to write, so I'm definitely happy that you did this, and I'm glad that we were able to utilize most of the questions. So at least you didn't grow gray hairs for nothing, because those
One
weren't
of the
there.
reasons we added the 2.5 was so that we didn't write quite as many questions that didn't go used. So
exactly, that's literally why. So shout out Brian for that kind of idea. And then Will's a dog. He's a champion for a reason. So the fact that I only lost by 1 point to a champion, I'll take that any day of the week. This was a blast, and thank you for everyone watching and showing up as always.
Yeah, I had fun hosting. A little awkward, but I'll deal with it. Still get to watch these guys play a great game. It was a lot of fun, and I don't think there's an outro, so I'm just gonna hit end stream. Good night, everybody.
I was gonna say awkward.